Okay, homework problem number 9. Okay, so this is dividing two rational expressions. So first thing we want to do is factor everything out, and I kind of just do it in the problem. So if we take the 3x plus 6, that doesn't factor out. There's no square there. You can't do x method, but you can look for a GCF, and they do have a GCF, which is 3. 3 goes into 3 and 6. So factor out a 3. That leaves us with x plus 2 on top. That goes away. On bottom here, x squared minus 9. That's a difference of squares. It's real easy. X plus 3, because 3 is the square root of 9, and then we have an x minus combination. Okay, moving to the right, 4x plus 12, that doesn't x method factor, but we could factor out a 4, and then we get x plus 3 on the bottom here. So these are all done, so we're going to rewrite 6x squared plus 12x. So here we can x method factor, but I'm not going to because your first step is GCF, and I see a GCF here. So 6 and 12, they've got a 6 in common, and both terms have an x in common, and we choose the smallest power. So 6x is what I'm factoring out. So I'm going to be left with x plus 2. If I multiply that back, I get the same thing. 6x times x is 6x squared. 6x times 2 is 12x. All right, so now that's rewritten. Okay, so what I'm going to do now for dividing, what we got to do is we got to change divide to multiply and flip the fraction on the right side or on the bottom. So I'm going to rewrite these as their factors. X plus 3, x minus 3. Okay, change divide to multiply. I'm going to put the 4x plus 3 on top. We're just going to flip it. And then the 6x times x plus 2 on bottom. Okay, now all it is just a multiply problem. So we're going to simplify where we can. So a couple x plus 2's here cancel out. X plus 3 there, x plus 3 there. Let's look at our numbers. 3 and 6 cancel, so 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. However, 2 goes into 4, so 2 will cancel, and 2 goes into 4 twice here. Okay, so remember when they all cancel out, there's a 1 here. Okay, so let's rewrite this. So basically what we have is we're going to have 1 over x minus 3 times basically a 2 on top over x. So when you multiply across the numerator, across the denominator, just like that. So 1 times 2 is 2. X minus 3 times x is just x times x minus 3. And that's our final answer.